Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do this morning is go through a book, and the book that I've selected for today's episode is entitled The Shit No One Wants to Hear, a book that was published on the 9th of March 2022 by an author named Steve Safranek. And this book is a book that talks about some very interesting things and may help people put things into perspective, and we'll see how we go and what we can learn on today's little journey. So this book focuses on the importance of confronting uncomfortable truths for one's professional and personal growth. And the first key lesson is where we're called to face reality in our lives. This book emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and accepting the things that are real in our lives, even when those things are unpleasant and challenging. And in order to do that, the first thing that one needs to do is to identify and to overcome the denials that they may be experiencing in terms of coming to deal with their situation, their challenge, or their so-called reality. Denial, according to this author, is a common defense mechanism that prevents us from addressing and dealing with underlying issues. This book encourages readers to overcome their sense of denial and face head-on the uncomfortable truths that are happening in their lives and causing distress. And in order to do this, as we alluded to earlier, we need a certain amount of self-awareness. It's through recognizing your own shortcomings, it's through recognizing your own biases, it's through appreciating and accepting and embracing the many blind spots that we have in our lives that is crucial for personal growth and development. Because our brains, be it because of a coping mechanism or a survival mechanism, mask a lot of issues and mask a lot of things, and our brains add, delete, and distort the realities in our lives. But by taking a bold step, we can face those issues and deal with those issues one by one. The author talks about something which is interesting, and that is seeking constructive criticism. There are many people, I guess, in today's world who don't really want to hear about constructive criticism from anybody, and try and bury their head in the sand and shy away from talking about things that may be uncomfortable. But this author here reminds us that one of the most important things in terms of fostering personal growth is to seek out, to welcome, to embrace, to call for constructive criticism from people who are close to us, the people we work with, our managers, our mentors, our parents, our uncles, our aunts, people who we have in our lives and know us pretty well, to ask them to offer constructive criticism. And we need to do this in an active way and to deal with it, even though it may be difficult to hear. Because deep down we know what our problems are, we know what's holding us back, but we need to hear it from somebody else in order to personalise it, in order to crystallise it, in order to make it real. Because by making it real, that's when we can start working on it and dealing with it. And we all have things to work on. We are, at the end of the day, all work in progress. So we need to work on things, and the only way we can work on it is when we are very, very clear in our minds and in our hearts about the things that need to be sorted and need to be fixed. And this book emphasises the importance of learning from failures, learning from setbacks, because these mistakes and these failures actually can provide valuable lessons for future growth and development, and are the stepping stones to growth and development, and to understand and to appreciate and to respect the fact that these things are there to help us grow and develop. But we can only grow and develop if we've got a growth mindset as opposed to a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is one which suggests that we can't change, that we can't do anything about it, that what's happening in our lives is unchangeable, uncontrollable. Whereas a growth mindset reminds us that life happens to us, but it happens for us as well. And we have a lot of lessons that come our way and a lot of opportunities to grow and develop and change by changing the way we think, by changing the way we look at things, and by changing the way we behave and respond, because humans can respond to the stimuli and to the things that happen in our lives. We're not animals. Animals are the things that happen, that do things instinctively. As humans, between stimuli and reaction or response is a thought that we can take. We can think about things, we can talk to ourselves about things, and we can plan to do things that alter not only our current but our future. And we can look at the first, second and third level consequences and plan and choose what to do to help us lead forward and live with positive expectancy to a better life. And the last thing we need to do, according to this author, is to break through from our limiting beliefs. This book encourages readers to identify and challenge limiting beliefs that hold them back from achieving their potential. And finally, we must embrace vulnerability. This book emphasises the importance of embracing vulnerability and being open to growth and change, and to know, as I said before, that we're work in progress and we're being invited to live a better life by doing the things that we need to do to get us from here to where we need to be. Bye for now.